Hey everyone, welcome back to Henry and Co Take On. Today is a bit of a solo mission for me. I am currently in Belfast. I am going to the BBC studios in the morning to film a TV show. Not really sure what the rules are about me saying what the name of the show is. I mean, it's just a game show. It's nothing big. But I thought, I've never been to Belfast before. I have never left the country on my own before. I've never been on a plane on my own before. So this is not new to me. I've travelled, I've been around, but this is the first time I've done it by myself. So, I woke up this morning at 3 a.m, left at about 4 to travel to Bristol. Flight was at 9, I arrived in Belfast at 10, and I checked into my hotel about an hour or so ago. I have been trying to find stuff to do because I've got all day today. Well, I say I got all day, I've got the rest of the day to try and find something to do. And while I was on the plane, I remembered that there is a Game of Thrones studio tour in Ireland, which I think is quite similar to the Warner Brothers studio tour that's in London. So I looked into that when I got to the hotel, and it's a half-hour bus journey away. So I booked a ticket. Coach is picking me up at 2 p.m. and taking me to the Game of Thrones studio tour. I haven't looked into it any more than that. Like I said, I assume it's the same as the Warner Brothers one. I think they've got sets and props and costumes, behind the scenes stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of it was filmed at the studios, again, the same as the Warner Brothers one. I'm going to try and have a nap before I go, because like I said, I've been up since 3 a.m. and it's now midday and I am very, very tired. So, come with me. I'll try and get some footage of Belfast, even though it's quite horrible out there at the moment. But I'm going to go to the Game of Thrones tour, and I will take my camera, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm on the bus now, on the way to the Game of Thrones studio tour. I booked a package deal direct on the website. It was £45 for the ticket to the tour, and Coach there and back. Coach just picked us up. I say us, picked me up, and we're heading over there now. So I've just arrived at the Game of Thrones studio tour. I'm going to apologise in advance. I think I'm going to be comparing this a lot to the Warner Brothers studio tour. It seems very similar in setup. One thing to note though, the Warner Brothers studio tour does have some outdoor bits. This is all indoors, which is good because it is hammering down outside and it is freezing cold, and I didn't bring my coat. At the moment, just got here, I am in the main lobby. I'll turn the camera around. Studio shop is over there, which I'm sure I will be spending some money in after the tour. And there is also a cloakroom just there, which I won't need, because like I said, I didn't bring a coat with me. There's a cafe just over there, and the entrance to the studio is right there. So I am going to head over there now and go in, because the last bus back is at 5:15. It's now 3 o'clock. The bus is meant to pick us up to get here at 2. It was over 10 minutes late, and it took a good 45 minutes to get here. So they say it can take 2 to 3 hours to do this, so I'm going to have to try and fly through, especially if I want to go to the shop as well. So come with me on the Game of Thrones studio tour. Full disclaimer, I haven't watched Game of Thrones for a while, since it finished. I only ever watched it once all the way through, but just being here now and hearing this music and stuff, it is making me want to dive back in. So I'm inside the tour now. The first bit is really cool. Again, it's very similar to the Warner Brothers studio tour where you go into like a little cinema room and they show you clips and explain exactly what it is you're going to see. And then the cinema screen opens up. You walk through a tunnel and you're straight into Westeros, and it was really, really cold. They had loads of White Walkers set up in their outfits and everything. Really, the actual sets, the proper props. So far, it's really good. Okay, this seems pretty cool. You can design your own sigil, so let's give this a go. Which one should I go for? Courage, honor, protection. I'm not devious. I think I'll go for this one. Courage, honor, and protection. Pick that. I think I'm gonna go yellow because Hufflepuff in it. Okay, next. Okay, border colour. Let's have a look. We've got red. I don't want to do two yet. Maybe blue. Oh, okay. So they're pretty cool. Okay, quite like that one. Okay, we go for that one, I think. No, dark blue. Yeah, that looks good. Grey? No, dark blue. Next. Well, what sort of pattern? Oh, we'll go for that one. Oh, you can have pattern colours as well. Oh, okay. Ah, right, okay, I've got it now. So the pattern colour is that. Can I go for that? No, that one maybe. That looks alright, I think. Yeah, go for that one. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I quite like that one actually. Then we go for. Yeah, maybe that one. I'm going to choose my motto now. I think I messed it up. Okay then. Yeah, so I am devoted, defending, and defending. And when you put them in there, it comes up there as well. It's pretty cool. one thing I will say about this place, it's obviously, I don't know whether it's because it's the time of day I'm here, but it's clearly not as popular as what the Warner Brothers Studio Tour is in London, because this place is empty. There's like barely anyone here, which is good. This is another little interactive element thing they've got here with the looks of it. You can get your own face added to the Hall of Faces, so I'm going to try and give it a go to see if see how it works. Place your head inside the other cloud and close your eyes. Maybe I should have taken my glasses off. There I am. Yeah, I think I maybe should have taken my glasses off. That's pretty cool though, that's really good. Should have brought my tripod for this, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, Christ. Ah, there we go. Okay. I think if I was in charge of Westeros, then everyone would be buggered. Other than that, this is broken because it's really hard. Oh. That is a lot harder than it looks. Okay, so that looks like I've reached the end of the studio tour. I mean, I've flown through it in less than an hour. I wasn't reading any of the banners, I wasn't reading any of the information because they didn't have the audio guide. I just wanted to get through it and show you guys everything that's here, and I'm really impressed, especially with the level of the interactive elements about it, like creating your own sigil, putting your face up on the wall of faces. That was really cool. So yeah, I'm in the room now with the Iron Throne, and I'm about to walk into the gift shop to spend some of Darby's money. Let's go spend some money. So they've got a list of prices here. I'm not sure whether these prices are just for this section here, but as you can see, not too bad actually. I could do it by the coat, so I don't get soaked on the way back again. Well, that's a shame, because this t-shirt's only £10, but it's a ladies' t-shirt. Typically, one of the only things I've found that I wanted so far is this bottle opener magnet, but it is the only thing on here that isn't listed for the price. They've got the spoon, the brooch, pen, mug, but no bottle opener. I think I might get it anyway. Gryffindor House, House Lannister. As you can see, it is very similar though, even the layout of the shop is similar. Okay, I promise I will stop comparing it now to one of the studio because this is, it is the same, but it's not the same. Yeah, so there's no prices on any of the items. You've got to look for this little tag here, which has individual prices for whatever's on this rack. Again, can't find the price for this anywhere. So that was my not even a day out, my couple of hours out at the Game of Thrones studio tour in Northern Ireland. It was really good, really good. The bus journey was great, and like I said, it cost £45 for the studio ticket and for return transfers to Belfast city centre. So can't really go wrong. It was great. So I loved it. I mean, I'm not like the biggest Game of Thrones fan. I have watched it all. Haven't read the books because why bother? The TV show exists. But I haven't rewatched it at all since it finished. But being there today has really made me want to sort of get back into it and even watch House of Dragon, because that Seven Kingdoms show is starting soon as well. So I need to catch up really. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be starting to watch them when I get back. I know I mentioned the Warner Brothers studio tour quite a lot while I was recording. It's very, very similar, but on a much smaller scale. Don't know if any of you have been to the Warner Brothers studio tour before, but when you walk in, there's like a little cinema room with screens all around you that gives you a bit of a history about the Harry Potter books, etc. Similar thing here. Walked into a small room, screen, and then it explained about Game of Thrones and how it was made and etc. And not quite as grand as the Warner Brothers one, but then the screen opened up and there was a corridor behind it that led you straight into Westeros, and they had dry ice come in from the walls, and they had all the models of the White Walkers and things like that. So yeah, that was a good introduction to it. And then they had all the props and the sets. They even had a bit that kind of looked a bit like the Great Hall with the flooring, and yeah. I'll try not to mention Warner Brothers Studio Tour again, but it's hard because they are very similar in what they sort of want to create, and it's successful. It was really good. It was fun. I really did enjoy it, and I'd 100% go back. Tabby's never watched the TV show, but she's read the books, so I don't know whether she'd be interested. But it was fun. My only, not really a gripe, but again, the Warner Brothers Studio Tour has had a lot of money pumped into it over the years, and you can tell because I went there when it first opened, 10, 12 years ago. And what it was like then to how it is now is just, it's completely different almost. They've added so much to even like the way you walk in, and the initial queue, everything about the Warner Brothers Studio Tour has changed from the first time I went to when I went most recently, which was a couple of months ago. But I think if more money was put into this Game of Thrones one, it could be just as good. Because you think Game of Thrones, you think dragons, and in the Warner Brothers Studio Tour recently, they were celebrating the Goblet of Fire. They were celebrating the Goblet of Fire 20 years since the book, I think. So they had this scale. Well, it was a big animatronic of a dragon that breathed fire and it went across the floor, and it was really cool. We weren't allowed to record in there because it's meant to be kept a secret, but that was really, really good. And I can't help but think that this Game of Thrones one should have something similar along those lines. I mean, if they chuck more money into it, then it could be something really spectacular, as opposed to being just great. It was good. And the shop as well at the end of it, tiny in comparison, but cheap. A t-shirt is £21. However, a lot of the stuff in the shop was on sale. I think, I bought, you can see this t-shirt, I can't now because face tracking's on, but it says House Baratheon. This was like £9. I also bought a House... Oh no, this isn't House Baratheon. See, I am a fan. I do like Game of Thrones. This is a House Lannister t-shirt, but I did buy a House Baratheon one as well. This was like £8. And I just bought a sort of generic Game of Thrones Studio Tour t-shirt. Again, £8 or £9. So I had like 3 t-shirts for less than £30. And I also bought this for the fridge at home. It's a Hand of the King magnet bottle opener, which is always handy to have around. And I think that was £10 in the end. Because annoyingly, they had this, and then they had an actual brooch, and the price tag only said the price for the brooch, which was £10. But this was the same price, and this is proper hefty and much bigger than what the brooch was. And you can open beer with it, which makes it instantly better. So yeah, all in all, yeah, great. Yeah, it was dead there as well. Like, really quiet. Completely different to how the Warner Brothers Studio is, because every time we've been there, it has been busy. And proof of that is you can't just rock up on the day to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. You have to book tickets like months in advance unless you're really, really lucky. But for this Game of Thrones one, I booked my tickets at 11 o'clock this morning, ready for the 2 p.m. tour, and the bus driver didn't even have my name on his list, because when we got on the bus, there was a list of people who'd booked for the day. My name wasn't even on there. I was like, I literally booked my tickets like 2 hours ago. He was like, oh, it's fine. So that was good. The fact that it was really quiet. Then you've seen in the video how like little people there are around, which I like things to be nice and calm. What else? Yeah, I haven't really got much else to say. If you're in Northern Ireland, I think it's 90 minutes from Dublin, half an hour from Belfast, and you can buy the coach. I think the coach from Dublin to the studio is a bit more expensive because it's like a longer journey, but I think it's only, I think I looked, it was £55 maybe, so it's not that much more. But it's well worth checking out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I need to have an early night tonight now because I've been awake since 3 a.m. It is now 7 p.m. Yeah, so that's me done. I need to have an early night now. I've got to be up at 5:30 in the morning, ready to film for this quiz show that I'm taking part in, which I am both very excited and very nervous about. So that'll be fun. I think roll call is at like 7:20. I'm getting picked up at 7:20 from the lobby of the hotel I'm staying in. And it's an all-day thing. I think it takes 3-4 hours maybe to shoot. And they're obviously shooting a lot of different shows during the day. So I don't know whether I'm going to be up first or whether I'm going to be one of the last ones. But I have been up since 3 a.m. Left the house at 4 a.m, 2 hour drive to Bristol Airport, and then I landed in Belfast at about 10 o'clock this morning, and then a bus from the airport to the bus station, and then walk to the hotel, and then another bus over to the studio, the Game of Thrones studio tour. So yeah, I am very tired. I've just ordered some food, which will be here any minute, and I am not leaving my hotel room for the rest of the night, and I will be fast asleep come 9 p.m, probably, ready for my early wake-up call. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The usual, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. If there's anything else you want to see on our channel, let us know. Like I said, we are very, very new to all this. But we've done quite a lot since we started it. A couple of things that we've been on that we haven't edited together yet and haven't uploaded. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up. The next big one for us now will be Disneyland Paris. We are going in a couple of weeks. It'll be over Henry's first birthday, which I can't wait for. I can't wait to be in Disneyland with him and Tabby, especially for his first birthday. I mean, he's going to get all the attention from all the characters, all the princesses. We've got a little badge for him. It is Tabby's birthday a couple of days before we fly as well, so I'll probably get her a badge as well, just to make sure she doesn't feel left out. So yeah, again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, anything. It really does help what we're trying to do here. So yeah, thanks, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!